Everybody knows the Power Rangers. Robots, monsters, martial arts, explosions, and back in the 90s, every kid loved it. The Power Rangers we got in the US wasn't new. It was a continuation of the Super Sentai series from Japan. Sentai referring to the team of Rangers. Sentai shows from Japan date all the way back to 1975, decades before we got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in 1993 here in the US. Of course, even those spawned toys, action figures, and of course video games. Can't tell you this is definitively the first Sentai game, and I'm pretty sure it's not, because there's so many shows, and I didn't do much research, but I didn't seem to see an earlier game at all. Take that as you wish. The game we're looking at is called Chojin Sentai Jetman. It was released only in Japan in 1991 for the Famicom. The game starts off pretty typically with a logo on a black background, but it's got some pretty sweet music in the background. This would have been really amazing to you as a kid in Japan, because this is actually the theme song to the show. Jetman, Chojin, Sentai, Jetman. Well, you got the idea. On the side note, the show actually looks pretty cool. In the first minute, this happened. And then this. And then it looks like they can fly, which is pretty awesome. Also, the action scenes look a lot cooler. But I digress. The game starts off and you get to choose between the 5 Rangers. There's a little bit of variety here because among them there are 3 different kinds of attacks. The Red and Black Rangers have a sword. The Blue and Pink Rangers have a blaster. And the Yellow Ranger has a short-range attack called the Wing Gauntlet. It's pretty useless. I can see what they're going for, trying to add some variety with the gameplay, but it doesn't come off all that well. The blaster takes less damage and fires slow, and the Wing Gauntlet's range is just too short. Better off sticking with the sword. Another interesting mechanic is that every time you die, you lose one of the Rangers, and when you run out, you lose. It's a neat idea, but honestly I've never died that many times in a playthrough. Maybe it was just made for kids, or I'm a hardened platformer master or something, but the levels are pretty easy. That doesn't mean it's not fun though. No cheap enemy placement or respawns and minimal platforming make it kind of a nice frustration-free time. One thing I haven't mentioned so far is the music. It's all pretty awesome. There's some pretty catchy tunes, and they all get you in the mood to play. This is the single best feature in the game to me. In the graphics department, the sprites look okay for NES, and the stage backgrounds are okay. They have a bit of color in the skies, but most levels have sort of a drab gray concrete look. It's not exactly exciting. All the enemies are pretty uninspired. There's a couple of guys that shoot or run at you. A couple of them duck. There's some jumping monsters and some flying robot things. So, I don't know, it's all pretty standard. At the end of each level, you'll suit up into the Zord. Not sure what they call it in this show. The enemies are your typical fare: a mirror, an elephant, a camera, an iMac? I don't know what that is, maybe a stage light? Not sure what they're going for with these guys, really. Every boss battle is basically the same. This is the only part of the game where some skill's involved. The boss shuffles towards you and does a few punches, then jumps back and maybe takes a shot or two. You press down on the D-pad to block his attacks, and then you just wail on him with your fists. You can press start to do a special attack using meter from the bar at the bottom. You can't choose which moves to do though, it's just based on the amount of bars in there when you press it. I figured out pretty quickly that if you get up right in the boss's face, they can't really do a lot about it, and you beat them pretty easily. Basically, it's just rinse and repeat for each stage. After you beat the first 5 stages, you get to the last area. They hype it up pretty nicely with some ominous tunes. The level itself isn't that much harder than the other ones, but it is a bit longer. Then finally we face the final boss, this red dragon guy. Doesn't really do much to immerse you into the world of the show. I guess they just assume you watch it and you know who all these guys are. Anyway, you fight him just like all the others, and he's not a lot harder, but he's a bit more aggressive, so you have to be kind of careful. Then you're treated to this cool cutscene where your robot opens up its chest and blows up the Death Star or something? I guess that was his base? Who cares anyway, the ending music is sweet. Saved the Earth. Thank you for Jetman. And you! Yeah! And that's it! Well, I guess there's also a boss battle mode. That's just the same battles you fight in the game. Not really sure who'd want to play those parts again, it's just here. For them. All in all, it's a fun little game, though it is a bit on the easy side. Nice little distraction if you're used to the hard-as-nails platformers on the NES like Ninja Gaiden or Castlevania. I say give it a try. But it is Japan only, so I might have to emulate it. Alright, see you next time. And a very special thanks goes out to Sexy Tom. Oh yeah.